this. What is wrong with you? Oh my God.
I can see the Prozac's not working.
You're not right.
I don't understand.
It's the language. It's happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Bullying has really scarred me in a lot of deep ways, which I have been trying to just get over it for a long time, I guess. 16 is definitely one of the best music video projects that I've ever worked on. It was fun because it was more of a personal story that I wanted to share. Also, I just went back to watch it recently and I was just proud of how much we were able to accomplish with that small crew that we had.
As if you're crazy, if you try to share out some of your deeper feelings, no one out there can really hear you scream when you're yearning for a touch and that comfort within.
It was only a month and a half before I started sending out the casting calls, and I was kind of worried just because we needed so many actors. Fortunately, the casting call was picked up by some other casting company, and I think they really liked the script and they decided to promote it in their network. So we started receiving a lot of emails for the auditions. Okay, we're ready to roll. What we're trying to do here today is we're trying to start an audition process. So we're gonna be auditioning a few actors for our new music video, 16, that's the name of the song. This week we're trying to get in touch with the actors and see who fit and who do not.
I thought you did a really good job in the beginning by facing away from the door. It was almost showing that there was noise coming from the opposite direction because you turned away from it.
Choosing the main character was a tough decision, especially me, Puneet and Derek, our producer. We were just going back and forth with trying to find who would be a great fit for the role. Do you remember the first scene over there where Ali is like sitting in a room and you know there's her parents are arguing outside of the room? I was wondering if you could act that out for me, just that whole first scene. A lot of these actors who auditioned were really great. It was just a matter of thinking, okay, who would look right for this video, right? Elena Goins, who ended up being Ali, she auditioned it through Skype the first time. I really wanted to see the high and low points in the character, which I think Elena played really well. After she starts to listen to the music, she just transforms, and I think that's what made the video really outstanding. The main concept behind the song, well, I think I have mentioned this before. It did come out from my own personal experience, but a lot of things were kind of Hollywoodized in a way.
I'm supposed to do that, and I don't even
The
understand.
H goes before the A.
Wow,
Not behind the A.
Not
Not behind the A.
H-A-H-A, yeah, the H-A.
Do this for God, this is not right. This is not right. Oh my
My parents didn't argue at all, I think. I was the one who argued with my parents a lot at home. That's why I used to have like a really tense situation. At school, I was definitely bullied, and that's something I really wanted to focus on in this video. I did want to make like a social commentary when it comes to bullying, although I know it's been done like so many times. So I didn't want to make it too graphic though, although like it did feel graphic, the things I was going through in my high school years. There is this particular incident that happened when I was in the 8th grade. I had some friends who used to make fun of me all the time for being ugly because I had these thick eyebrows. I probably still do. It really made me self-conscious, really hate my own looks for years. I just saw myself as a really ugly person. And there was this bully guy who was repeating the class. I think he was in the 8th grade the previous year. He couldn't pass the grade, so he stayed in the same class the next year too. He started just calling me names, making fun of me in front of the whole class, and trying to make a show out of it. I used to try to stay calm, but sometimes he would just poke so much fun at me, as if he was trying to see where my buttons were when I would start losing my cool. One day, we're still having a class, the teacher was there, but that day I just felt like I had enough, because he started making fun of my whole family and things like that. I made it clear that I was really angry at him. I didn't respond when he started calling me names and things like that, and this was just a matter of like half an hour within that period, right? So I think the teacher went on a break for a little bit to grab some water or something like that. The guy gets up on the desk right behind me. He pulled my tie first, like the dress tie that we used to wear for school. Then he pulled it from behind, then he grabbed my hair or something like that. He started slapping me so terribly. He was just torturing me by this point, like grabbing my tie. I barely could breathe. So I'm looking in front of me and I see this girl who I really like, and my eyes are like all watery. I'm crying by this point. I remember that look in her eyes. She felt so concerned for me, but at the same time, it was a sight of helplessness, I just felt like nobody else could help me after this point or something like that. Somehow I wanted to capture this moment in the video, but not in a torturous way, obviously. I had a cousin whose house was right behind where I lived. I used to go often to his place because he was so good at guitars and he used to sing so great. I went there and he starts playing the song, and in the middle of the songs he stopped and he asked me what's wrong, and I just told him like this and that happened, and he told me that he had some of his friends who were like senior than us, like who were probably in the 10th grade by this time. He told me that he would talk to them and there wasn't a thing I had to worry about. So the next day, two of these guys, my cousin's friend, they come inside the class and they just ask him to come out of the classroom, and like they took him out for like a couple of minutes. They called me out too. I didn't know these guys, to be honest, but it was just, they were making like such a huge scene, and they were warning him if he ever laid hands on me, like they would break his bones. This guy was scared this, and when we went inside the class, I just had this huge sense of power because I felt so protected for the first time in my life, I was still like really traumatized by this event, to be honest, but music definitely helped me get over it because I just started playing guitar by myself, and that really changed my whole perspective about life, because I used to feel so powerless. Music made me feel so powerful, I think that's the half of the message that I wanted to put out on this video. And Elena definitely did a great job whenever she put out her headphones and started twirling around. It was just like so fun to watch, her doing that.
Nuts, you are driving me nuts, you are driving me nuts, don't you let me live out.
Perfect. I'm really thankful for all the actors and the parents. Being a no budget music video, I think we were able to pull a lot out of everything that we did. And I also want to give a shout out to Stroman Entertainment, Derek Stroman, and also to Milan, our cinematographer, who did a lot of great work behind the scenes of the music video and did shoot some of our scenes of the band scenes. Also shout out to Supat, my cousin, who really helped me get through this, You are definitely an inspiration, brother.
Balloon calm uses your own lungs, not one but two lungs will go into your system and also blow through the balloon, and you'll have something like this.
So my last words, I know that if you're going through bullying, it might be a really dark and traumatizing period of your life, but there is hope. You can find some help, but the ultimate help is gonna be you trying to get out of the situation, whether it's by talking to your parents to change the school, or you trying to dial the bullying hotline. Some people are just They just don't know how to deal with their emotions. That's when bullying happens in the first place. It's not because people are evil or anything like that, right? Kids don't know how to deal with their own emotions. That's when they start bullying others and things like that, right? I'm pretty sure that guy who used to bully me had like a really shitty childhood. Everybody has their own emotional scars, but just know that you have power inside of yourself. You just need to find it and try to use it.